why rappers, athletes, and celebrities recycle the same women. And I do see that a lot. I notice like the same women are the same women that be getting dated all the time. And it's like,
Yeah, I don't think it's just rappers and athletes. I think that regular people do that too, but I think the things with rappers and athletes, a lot of times they're dealing with the women whose faces are out there on social media and stuff. They might have the big followings and stuff like that. So, when they hook up with somebody like a Brittany Renner, people know about it. Where regular people, you might know about it within your community or whatever the case may be, but it's not going to be out there like national news because people don't care that much about the everyday person. But I think that that's something that happens with regular people too. I think that the music has a lot to do with it. A lot of what you hear in the music talks about hitting the next man's chick and all that type of stuff. So it's kind of praised in a way. And and honestly, I think that's part of what's made uh, almost like being a side dude cool, or cool might not be the best word, but it's just more like acceptable. Like you just hear so many dudes talk about that rather be a side dude to like save themselves the embarrassment of being the main dude, which is crazy. It just kind of shows how backwards things are nowadays.
I wonder why.
I tell you this. I think they recycle the same women because they are all like in the same circles. Cause like think about this. Most rappers, athletes, and celebs try to date like the most beautiful women
Right.
who are always in the same spots that they are in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then like you see an athlete or a celebrity or a rapper, he walk into the club, she gonna be positioning herself to be right there.
Right.
Oh, okay. He be right there, her and her girls. And then if you notice that the beautiful girls, they always become friends with other beautiful girls. So they
Yeah.
be call themselves, let me get me a crew. So then
Yeah.
if they got a crew, like 2 or 3 girls, say a celebrity walk into the club, he see them, like, hey, y'all come with me. Come sit in my section. They always positioning in themselves, and then they be like, what's up, what's up? And then, it just, it's like every city is like that. The girls,
Yeah.
and then most of the time, these girls that be with the other beautiful girls, they friends, like, but they really become friends with them just for that reason.
Yeah.
They be like, I'm gonna get me some cool, I'm gonna get me a bad crew. So, we can get at these tables, girl. We gonna go to LA, Vegas, New York, and I'm gonna snatch me up one of these ballers because we gonna get in and, when it's over there, it's never ending. They in every city. And then sometimes, these cats don't even know this is what's his name, X, or this is that. But then when they find out, it's like, I ain't tripping. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
It's like,
Paul does remind me of another thing, like I said, and I kind of said this before, and what I said before, like these girls are kind of putting themselves out there in the forefront, whether it may be on social media or popping up at all these different events. Yeah, I think it comes down to accessibility too, because it's like it don't really if nobody knows about you or nobody's able to access you, it really don't matter how great a person you are if you just be sitting at home, never go out nowhere. You're saving yourself for somebody, and whenever somebody finds you, it will be a great thing. But how they gonna find you if you're not accessible? So I think accessibility has another part to do with it, and I do think that's kind of what Paul Pierce is touching on with these girls that be kind of moving around.
like how Kanye or like whoever, like rappers always talk about how like they want a woman that's not all touched or been with all these men. But I feel like, well, Kanye now is with somebody who probably nobody touched. But I still feel like you men get with these same women that position themselves to meet them because they're rich and famous, and then they're upset and they're complaining about women. And it's like, well, you're not meeting a woman that cares about you. They're literally positioning themselves to meet you, hanging out with women to meet you, going to the club to meet you, not because of your personality, not because they like who you are as a person.
'Cause
No,
of your
they're gonna
money
catch
and
the
your
first
celebrity.
person, yeah, that they get, and then they be on the internet and all these people complaining, and she did this, and she was lying, she was da da da, and it's like, why do you think that? You're not meeting women of quality and substance. Not to say none of those women are, because some might be, but a lot of them just want you for X, Y, and Z, and to give a name for themselves too. That's why they be blasting men and doing this, because you want a name for yourself and you want to create that name. So I just say, men, they have to try to branch out and figure some other shit out, because the same women recycling that are ran through is getting played.
No, but the thing is, they look at this generation, and even in past generations, they look at it as a flex.
Yeah.
They look at it like, oh, this is, what's her name, X? Man, she mine now. So
Yeah.
say a rapper.
Paul just was going into rappers. I think that the music has a lot to do with it. Where, yeah, you've been hearing it for a while, and rap music at least is kind of like praised or lifted up. Like, and that's something that dudes do nowadays to, just to try to get one up on the next dude. Sometimes it could be a lot of different reasons, but it's not really looked down upon like it should be.
Got your ex, he gonna rap about it.
Yeah.
So that athlete, he gonna post it. Oh, I snatched your, whoop,
But
whoop.
if you can snatch, how you get them is how you lose them. If you snatch someone up, someone else can snatch her up too.
Yeah,
Once
but-
you
but
fall
for right
off,
now-
once something happens, she's on to the next.
but not-
It's just pure.
Yeah, but all dudes ain't necessarily looking for a keeper, so to speak. Some dudes just want to have fun. So I mean, it really all depends. But that suits certain people well, depending on their lifestyle and things like that. But if you do talk about men that want to keep her, because there's plenty of men that are out here looking for like a good woman and they can introduce to moms and stuff like that. I think another factor is a lot of men don't necessarily know how to choose like a good woman, don't necessarily know the right things to look for, because maybe they've never been taught, maybe they never really had man break it down to them like in a real blunt, real fashion. That's another factor.
Period.
But now I'm up now. I'm up
yeah,
right now.
but
I'm up one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm up one. And don't let it be like a ops. Like, ooh, cats be like, ooh, that's the ops X. Let me see what's
You know
up.
what J. Cole says? Shout out to the LA women. Shout out to the LA hoes. Real men can tell the difference. Shout out to it that knows. Real people recognize real. That's all I'm gonna say about that. And I feel like that's why we're in a gender war. And this is actually the next question that people are asking. What is up with the gender wars between men and women? And where do you think that this is stemming from? Like a lot of people were talking about this in the comments when we asked about what we should speak on.
Yeah, I think just the gender wars, we're fighting for like a median ground, because it's like,
I think that when it comes to gender wars, no doubt about it, social media and all of that stuff is kind of like setting more fire to it, so to speak. Because I think that everybody's always just quick to say something or post something online just to try to get some followers or a soundbite to go viral. So people are just saying crazy stuff, because a lot of times that is what gets people. A lot of times that is what gets people's attention. It's just saying wild stuff online, and a lot of people go that route. And I think that it's kind of like fueling the gender wars thing, but too, um, these types of conversations, like people are interested in hearing.
we have these topics too about who's the prize, or who's
Yeah.
who gets what and who gets this, and
Do you
I'm not
Oh, sorry. go ahead.
wording it right, but like the gender war is like about whose role is what. And it's getting to the point to where we like, men are struggling. It's a power struggle, because you have more women who are doing their thing now, and more masculine women. So now there's a clash between the masculine man and the masculine
And
women.
there's way more feminine men. Period. Point
And
blank.
there's
Men
more
are painting
feminine.
nails, wearing dresses, rappers. Like all
Yeah.
these men are becoming very extremely feminine.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think that the roles have reversed.
Alright, so it seems like they're about to get into another topic, so I'm just gonna go ahead and end the video right here. But I am gonna put a link in case you all want to check out the rest of the video. And thanks for coming and checking me out. Thanks for hearing what I got to say. Until next time, peace.